Now is not the time for knee-jerk reactions. We had evidence presented today that alleged meetings and conversations with me that simply didn't happen, and we need to get to the bottom of that. And rather than jumping on a political bandwagon, what the public needs to hear is what Lord Justice Leveson himself thinks after he's heard all the evidence. And let me say this about the way that I conducted this process. I've been absolutely determined right from the start to make sure that the public could have confidence in the objectivity and the fairness of the process. And that's why I did something I didn't have to do, which is at every stage I sought the advice of independent regulators, and after careful consideration, I follow that advice. So I am keen to get to the bottom of this as quickly as possible, and that's why tonight I have written to Lord Justice Leveson and asked if he will bring forward my appearance to his inquiry. And I'm confident that when I present my evidence, the public will see that I have behaved with absolute integrity and scrupulous objectivity throughout the whole process. Before the process, I had my views on Mr. Murdoch, like everyone has their views. But once I took on this quasi-judicial role, things changed. And then I was totally different, and that was why I decided, because I'd expressed views in the past, like many people had, about the Murdochs and B-Sky-B, that it was important to get the advice of independent regulators. And after consideration, I followed that advice, and that was really how I believe I've been able to give the public confidence that this was a fairly conducted process. What we've heard is one set of evidence. We haven't heard the whole story, and what we need to hear is what Lord Justice Leveson thinks after he's heard all the evidence. And I am totally confident when he hears all the evidence, and when he's got to the bottom of a number of the kind of discrepancies in the evidence that we've heard today, that he will conclude, and the public will conclude, that I conducted this process scrupulously fairly.